As-salaam wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is year 7 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a transcript can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 16, An-Nahl, or the bees, verses 1 through 25. These verses concern the revelation sent down to warn people of the shahadah, that there is no God but God, or Allah. It talks of the purpose of animals such as cattle for the benefit of humans, the power of Allah to furnish the earth with rains to sustain agriculture, and the mountains which stabilize the land. There are so many gifts from Allah for mankind, yet the unbelievers act reprehensibly and ungratefully in return. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Allah's commandment has come, so do not seek to hasten it. Glory be to Him, and far is He above having the partners they ascribe to Him. He sends down His angels with inspiration of His command, to whom He pleases of His servants, saying, Warn the people that there is no God except me, therefore fear me. He has created the heavens and the earth to manifest the truth. Exalted be He above having the partners they ascribe to Him. He created man from a drop of semen, yet he is an open contender. He created cattle, which provides you with warm clothing, numerous benefits, and of their meat you eat. How pleasant they look to you when you bring them home in the evening and drive them to pasture in the morning. They carry your heavy loads to far-off towns that you could not otherwise reach without painful toil. Indeed, your Lord is kind and merciful. He has created horses, mules, and donkeys for you to ride and put on show, and He also creates other things which are beyond your knowledge. It is up to Allah to show the right way, when there exists some crooked ways. If Allah wanted, He could have guided you all. It is He who sends down rain from the sky, which provides drinking water for you, and brings forth fodder to pasture your cattle. With it He grows for you crops, olives, date palms, grapes, and every kind of fruit. Surely there is a sign in this for those who think. He has subjected to your service the night and the day, the sun and the moon, and likewise the stars also serve you by His command. Surely there are signs in this for people who use their common sense. And the things on this earth which He has multiplied in varying colors and quantities. Surely there is a sign in this for those who wish to be reminded. It is He who has subjected the sea to your service, that you may eat fresh meat therefrom, and that you may bring out of it ornaments to wear. And you see that ships plow their course through it. He has done all this so that you may seek His bounty, and so that you may pay thanks to Him. He has set mountains on the earth, lest it should sway with you. He also made rivers and roads, so that you may find your way, and likewise made landmarks in the stars for your guidance. Is then He who has created all this like the one who cannot create? Why don't you get admonition? If you want to count the favors of Allah, you will never be able to count them. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful, and Allah knows what you conceal and what you reveal. Those whom they invoke besides Allah have created nothing, but are themselves created. They are dead, not living. They do not even know when they will be raised to life again. Your God is one God. As for those who do not believe in the hereafter, they have faithless hearts and are puffed up with arrogance. Allah surely knows what they conceal and what they reveal. Certainly He does not love the arrogant. When they are asked, what is it that your Lord has revealed, they say, fictitious stories of the ancients. On the day of resurrection, they will bear their own burden in full, and some of the burden of those whom they misled without knowledge. Alas, evil is the burden which they bear. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17, VERSES.com. Thank you, and be well.